What's up, my friends? Got a great feeling about today's slate. Let's take the 10,000-foot view, talk about the Donuts playbook, and get started right here, right now. All right, told you, no time to delay in these videos. It's just time to dive in and start trying to make some money. Looking at the DK Stacks tab on the MLB Study Hub. This thing is glorious. This is a members-only premium access, which you can get for just $14.99 per month using promo code DONUTS. You can see it in the bottom left corner, right down here somewhere. You'll see a 50% off code. All right, so I'm looking at some of the stacks here. I'm looking for some higher leverage spots. Chicago White Sox look like they could be a potentially solid team to be stacking today. They have a 300 WOBA, 139 ISO against opposing pitcher handedness. And I know they're facing off a Jose Berrios today, a right-hander. So you could look at each individual player if you'd like. Luis Robert right now just going absolutely nuclear as of late. On the other side, you've got Toronto looking like they could be a phenomenal option today as well, leverage-wise. And then Atlanta, of course, looking sharp. So let's go ahead and take a peek and see what looks good on the pitching side of things and see if there's anybody worth using along with some of those teams. Now, I'm going to make the decision based on the pitchers of which teams I'm stacking today. And there are a few that I really like, and it's hard not to like a few of these different pitchers. They just stand out as being solid options. All right, so one of them that pops up, and it's actually one of the teams we were just talking about, it's going to be Lance Lynn for me. He's got the strikeout upside, 7+ and 3 straight, had that massive game a few starts ago. It's had 7+ strikeouts in back-to-back starts since then, so there's been no really precipitous drop-off there. Projection tier of a B, value of a D. But what I like the most when we were looking at some of these other, when we were looking at the other page here, was just the crazy high strikeout rate of the Toronto Blue Jays against righties. And it has just been awful for the past month and then even higher over the past 2 weeks. So I like Lance Lynn at 8.4 today. I think he's a nice looking option. Bobby Miller at 8.3 could be interesting, a top prospect for the Dodgers. Now, he's been down in the strikeouts the last couple games against Pittsburgh. They're pesky at the plate against righties, but we do have a projection and value of BC. And then Pablo Lopez, the only AA today. So I'm thinking I'm going to roll out him today. I'm not entirely sure I want Eduardo Rodriguez. Has a great matchup. Had 58 pitches in his first rehab start last week on Thursday. 58 pitches, looks sharp. Do we get the upside we need if he doesn't have a full workload today? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to grab our projections, going over to the projections page, download right there from the DraftKings tab. You can see it was uploaded and updated at 8:17 a.m. I'm over here on Fantasy Cruncher, which you all get access to if you're one of my members. So use code DONUTS, get 50% off, $14.99. You get access to Fantasy Cruncher as one of my members, as we give a $20 credit every month to use on FC. Grab the projections. Quickly upload. I'm going to skip. I just want name and projection for this video. So add to table, upload. All right, name problems, we don't care about those. The projections work just fine. So pitching, I know I already talked about them, right? So I'm going to uncheck this box so I know my smaller pool of the players that I liked today. And I'm going to add Lance Lynn. And who was the other one? There was one more. It was... I think that was it, actually. It was Chicago against Toronto, and I think maybe Berrios was the other one, actually. So we got Berrios against Chicago White Sox. Actually, it wasn't, because I like the White Sox bets today. All right, so I've got my 3 pitchers. I don't care who ends up in there. They're the 3 I want to use today. I'm going to go to the advanced options, and I'm just going to let the projections do their work. I'm going to team stacks, add team stack. I'm going to go to 5 players. I'm removing all teams. I'm simply just going to click this button over here, and I'm going to sort by the Team Vegas prediction. This lets me kind of pick some of these offenses that I want to roll with today. Oh, one I did not check was the Dodgers. I'm actually going to go check out the Dodgers. Kind of forgot about them. Want to make sure that I'm not missing something like their matchup today against Oviedo. And they are 3rd highest ownership rank, 10th highest DK rank. Okay, so I'm going to pass on them. I'm going to slam in Atlanta, Toronto, and the White Sox. There we go. It's Toronto. There's the White Sox. All right. So I'm not doing anything other than making a quick little single entry. I'm going to make one lineup using my projections. I'm going to crunch it out. All right, and it slams in a 5-player stack using the Toronto Blue Jays, and I got Pablo Lopez and Bobby Miller as my pitchers. I've got Jalen Duran, Rafael Devers against, I believe, John Gray is pitching over there today. Jonathan India against Josiah Gray, actually. So we've got 3 batters against the Grays, and then a 5-player stack against the White Sox. Now that is, again, this is just a placeholder, right? There's nothing confirmed lineup-wise. All right, real quick, if you want to see how to make 3 teams, just let me show you here. I had to go through advanced options. I got 3 uniques on, 100% global exposure because I only have 3 pitchers in there. I went to my team stacks. I simply just changed this. This is really the one thing I really need to make sure I did. Change the exposure to 33%, crunched out 3, bang. All right, so now I've got 3 lineups to choose from, and I can kind of just decide, what do I want to do? Do I want a Toronto 5-player? Do I want a White Sox 5-player? Or do I want an Atlanta 5-player? So if I'm looking at the Atlanta, here's what it would look like. It's got Pablo Lopez, Lance Lynn, probably my 2 favorite pitching options. And then, heck yeah, I get a 5-player stack for a team I think is going to, go bonkers against a contact pitching Cal Contrail. And if you're like, well, man, I'm not doing a stack without Acuna, you got to go to the outfielder, and you're going to lock in Acuna, and you can rerun this. There we go. And I'm going to go to team stacks, click Atlanta. There we go. I've got my 3-player stack. Again, it's got Lance Lynn and Pablo Lopez. But now the only difference here is I've got 3 one-offs, and they are basically salary-saving one-offs because Acuna is so expensive. All right, my friends. Hopefully this is helpful. I'm trying to show you guys really just, a nice little view of kind of how I'm envisioning the slate. There's 3 pitchers, Bobby Miller, Lance Lynn, and Pablo Lopez as my starters. I like the Blue Jays. I like the White Sox. I like the Braves. Those are kind of the teams I'm looking to stack up today. Of course, teams like the Dodgers, with their offense is always in play. But that's how I view the slate today. I wish you the best of luck. Use promo code DONUTS. Get 50% off your first month. Get $20 to use on fantasycruncher.com so you get the best optimizer in the industry. And I'll see you on the inside, my friends. All that stuff is down below in the description section, and I'll be giving out info on a free 2023 draft kit for best ball and fantasy football as well. Totally free to everybody who watches my videos. I'll see you on the inside, my friends. Have a good day.